Like you see the guys on the front like wearing pretty like outfits. The guys are like the managers have like sometimes they have suits and stuff like that. Oh no, I was like full of grease. I was like my shoes were broken. My pants were all like greased up. I had burns all over my arms, and I was like, man, for what did they pay back then? They paid about 14.50, 14.50.
1450.
Yeah, or a bit less or a bit more. I was like, for 14.50, I'm burning myself. I'm full of grease. I'm all smelly like grease. Like my shoes are broken, the non-slip ones.
Jonathan, how are you doing today?
Very good. How about yourself?
Good, thank you for asking. Thank you so much for allowing us to do an interview with you and for all the support to the Moneymalistic channel. How old are you?
I am 21 years old.
21, great. And where are you from originally?
Was born here in Arizona, Tucson, but I went as a baby to Mexico, Hermosillo.
Okay. So given the fact that you actually went back to Mexico, how long have you been living in Arizona then?
In Arizona, I've been living about 12 years, 13 years.
Okay, perfect. What is your favorite thing about Arizona?
My favorite thing about Arizona would be that you get to drive freely in the mornings because of what I do, and there's no traffic or anything like that. So it would be like the driving around parts, like the long distances, because the more distance I go, the better I get paid.
Oh, excellent. So what do you do for a living?
I'm a truck driver.
Oh, so that's why you love the...
Yeah, the long roads, I get paid by the hour.
Nice.
Get my lunch.
Yeah, it pays well?
Yeah,
Yeah. How long have you been doing that for?
about 8 months.
8 months?
8 months.
What were you doing before that?
So before that, I was a janitor. So I was working on the middle school, like the sanitation of everything.
Okay.
So that was overnights
You also mentioned that you used to work at Amazon for a while?
at Amazon for 5 months, 6 months,
Wow.
overnights as well.
Yeah, oh, wow. Out of those 3 jobs, which one is your favorite one so far?
Oh, this one by far.
Yeah.
I just get to drive around and that's it. The other ones I actually work.
Is there anything challenging about this one?
My current job? No. I mean, patience.
Okay.
The patient part. Because when you drive the big truck, like everyone else try to like pass you over or like be a reckless driver sometimes. Not that I'm not, but like with a bigger car, I gotta get more calm so I don't cause an accident. Cause the small cars, they could just like around you. If I try that, I mean, I may get it, I may not.
What is something that you really like about your job right now?
The money. Getting in and getting out.
Getting in, getting out. So you're just a truck driver. Do you do different loads or is it just always the same thing?
Just the same thing every day. It's just like a routine.
Okay.
I just get to do it at my pace. I don't have my boss around me. That's a good thing. I don't have anybody to like bother me, like coworkers and stuff like that. I get to be alone most of the morning.
Right. You like to be alone pretty much, or?
Yeah, it's fine. Like I watch movies on the truck. Like I just listen to them, the radio, or podcasts.
Like that. What type of podcast do you listen to?
Comedy and sometimes horror shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever done any financial education podcast?
What?
Any financial education podcast?
No, I've tried, but like not on my driving time, when I can actually pay attention to it. But I barely got started with it. Probably 3 days ago.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Have you learned anything for that podcast?
Honestly, no.
No. Okay.
Because I believe it's complicated for me. Because I don't understand certain like stuff that they're talking about, so I gotta like investigate that stuff that I don't know, so I can get a better understanding of what they're talking about on the podcast.
Okay. All right. We'll touch on that a little bit more later on in the interview. What social class were you growing up?
Growing up, when I was living in Mexico, I'm in lower, mid lower. My situation wasn't bad, but we didn't have money to spare.
And then once you moved back to the U.S., was that different?
Oh yeah, it was a big difference, in money wise, and like my surroundings.
Based on your experience with both countries, why do you think that there's such a radical change between, living in Mexico, that you were mid-low, and now living in the U.S. being middle class? What was that big jump? What were like some of the differences?
Well, better jobs and better opportunities here. Let's say a doctor over there in Mexico, it's like a McDonald's, like a McDonald's guy here, so they get paid the same.
Were there any challenges that you recall when you were living in Mexico?
No, I never noticed. I mean, they might have been, but I never noticed them because my parents did a very good job at hiding it from me.
Would your family talk about money in general?
Not in a serious manner. What I mean, it's like they would always try to make like, not forget about it, but like distract me from the subject, for me not to see that they may have struggled, or they may have gone through something. They never like showed me, I never noticed it.
What about like saving money or like investments or anything along that?
Growing up?
Yeah, growing up was never in the picture.
Oh no. As soon as I got my hands on money, I was just spending on stupid shit like candy, like toys, like anything.
Let's touch on that. What was your first interaction with money?
It was probably one of my mom or my dad's gave me like 20 pesos or something like that. Like, that's the first thing I did. I ran to the store, buy whatever I wanted.
How about your first job?
I was at McDonald's here.
Here? How old were you?
I mean, I was not my first job like officially, like getting paid by a boss. I actually worked as a carpenter with my dad.
Oh, nice.
I didn't do much. I was just like his helper around he didn't pay me, but he bought me lunch and stuff like that. Yeah.
You were paid with experience.
Yeah, I was paid with experience.
Let's talk about your job when you started working at McDonald's. Do you remember when you got your first paycheck?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did that feel like?
I felt sad.
Why? How much did you get?
It was like $500, but like the thing that I had to do over there, I think it wasn't worth it. Like, they had me like running up and down that place.
You were in charge of everything.
Like basically all the back. Like you see the guys on the front like wearing pretty like outfits. The guys are like the managers have like, sometimes they have suits and stuff like that. Oh no, I was like full of grease. I was like, my shoes were broken. my pants were all like greased up. I had burns all over my arms, and I was like, man, what did they pay back then? They paid about $14.50.
$14.50.
Yeah, or a bit less, or a bit more. I was like, for $14.50, I'm burning myself. I'm full of grease. I'm all smelly like grease. Like my shoes are broken, the non-slip ones. Because one time I decided not to wear them because I was like, they cost $20, and I'm like, they last me about a month or two, because they got me running around the place, and I'm like, I mean, that's a waste of money. Every 2 months, buy new shoes for not slip, so I decided to wear my other ones. Easy. Like as soon as I step on the back of the restaurant, I slipped, landed on my ass, like my pants ripped down the middle, and I'm like, well, I'm already here. I'm not even gonna complain. I'm just gonna make the best of it. Everyone making fun of me.
What did you do with that first paycheck?
I saved it actually.
You saved it.
I saved it for my first car.
Oh, nice. What did you end up getting?
On a core, no. What did I get? A Mazda. That was 2003, 5, something along the lines. But it was a good. Well, nah, it was a piece of shit.
It was your first car. I mean,
It was my first car. Yeah,
you bought it yourself then.
yeah. I made sure it was a piece of shit. Like I destroyed the car. Not like, because I didn't know how to take care of it. So I just didn't take care of it. I didn't clean it. I didn't check the chemicals. I didn't check the engine light. I was like, it's like, it cost me like $1,000. I was like in 2 paychecks. I'll buy another one.
At what point did you decide to quit McDonald's? I mean, I know like you mentioned that you got, to work, do everything. You slept once, you got burned.
Mm-hmm.
You were always, covering grease. What made it for you? What was the
Better job opportunity at Amazon.
Oh, okay, so that was a switch then.
Because I was hurt. I was hearing about the place. Like I heard, like Amazon is like, it's like everything. It's they pay a lot and you don't get to do much. You whatever, all the stories. When you don't when you're like in a work environment where they don't know about the job and they're just making stuff up because they haven't been there. It's just a friend of a friend that I told them, and I'm like, I was just like, oh yes, it must be cool and everything working at Amazon, like the money and everything. And I quit McDonald's for a chance to work at Amazon, and it was good money because you worked overnights. You were working for 16.50, 16.18, something like that, a bit more, a bit less. But it did like 6 days of 11 hours, and it was just standing there, like packing stuff.
Was it?
That's all you get to do for 10, 9.5 hours, standing there packing stuff.
Was it a good trade-off going from McDonald's to Amazon?
Honestly, I had more fun on McDonald's, but I had more money. Because the work environment on Amazon, they have you like those ants. You just work for the nest. That's all you do.
You're kind of like on an assembly line.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. Yeah. It was let's say 50 rows of 15 people. 15 rows of 15 people, like packing stuff. Like they had curtains because it was the pandemic. They had curtains. It was hot in there. Like they didn't let you open up the curtains because on the end of the line, it was a big fan that would hit all of us. They wouldn't let the curtain open, and you were standing like by yourself on a desk with a plastic curtains, and the lights like they were hot, so. And they wouldn't let you talk to like the person next to you. I mean, they would, but most of the time you didn't want to talk to the person next to you. You want to talk to your friend that was like at the other end of the store.
When you got your first paycheck at Amazon, was there anything?
Spent it all.
Yeah, what did you do with it?
I bought a Nintendo Switch. I bought AirPods. I bought Super Smash Bros. The last one, the Ultimate. What else did I buy? I bought a lot of food. I mean, I spent it all. Like, I didn't even look at it. I was just like, oh, credit card? Like, I spent it all. Wow. I was happy to look at the paycheck, like all the hours I worked. I was happy.
It was like a way to be like, this is why I work, right?
Yes, it was like at the beginning of the week, I was like, I gotta work, stuff like that. At the end of the week, when I got the paycheck, because they pay weekly, I was like, oh, this is why I work. I look at the paycheck, I was like, I make twice as much in half of the time than McDonald's. This is why I work.
And then you went to spend it all then.
Yeah, and then I wanted to spend it all, but it was just like a vicious cycle. It was just like a cycle. I got depressed on Monday. I got my paycheck on like Sunday. I got all my energy back because I look at the money. I was depressed on Monday, and then that for
Back to square one.
like the 6 months or 5 months.
Now, what is the best financial advice you have ever received, and who gave you that advice?
It's my mom. My mom gave me an advice of don't spend your money on useless stuff like stuff you're not gonna use or stuff you're not gonna like get your money back from, and told me to save up for a house. So that'll be probably the best advice I've ever had.
Yeah.
Not the house. I mean, the house part is probably the second one, but like not spending your money on stuff you don't need or you don't want.
You definitely not pay attention to that one when you're working in Amazon. At what point did you realize that you had to save your money?
When I noticed I was starting to grow up. You may call me slow, but like I noticed when I was like working at Amazon or probably the janitor one, that I was like, man, like reality hit me. I was like, at some point I'm gonna live by myself. Like I'm gonna leave this house and I'm not gonna be like here taken care of. And then I was like, man, like I really need to save my money.
You used to live with your parents?
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, you get to save money, spend time with them.
Yeah.
On our conversation before this interview, you mentioned that another thing that your mom told you was to, in a way, save money and also invest it into anything related to Bitcoin, stocks, cryptocurrencies, and bonds, and stocks, everything of that nature. However, you said that you didn't know how they operate and that you were not interested in them. Why is that? What is a part about investing that you don't find attractive?
Part about losing.
Okay.
I don't like losing. If it's if I know how the system works and I gamble, I'm not gonna be mad about it. But if I just gamble for gambling, I'll be like, I'm not interested as much. I need to know how it works so I can risk it, I'm not gonna go in blind and not know what am I doing.
Have you ever been interested in learning about some of those?
But like right now, like that's all I do. It's like get up at 3 a.m. I'm in 2:30. Be at work at 3 a.m. I work all morning, almost to past 2. I go home, get something to eat, go to the gym. I come back home, shower, eat more, go to bed. That's it.
And that's still kind of like the same cycle as when you were in Amazon.
And on my days off, I would just like to relax.
Okay. Alrighty. Maybe down the road, you would consider investing?
Once I get more time, like on my hands.
All right. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, what is the worst financial advice you have ever received? And who gave you that advice?
I don't see advice being good or bad. Like for some people, it's all about perspectives. I mean, if somebody tells you to buy a car, like the car of your dreams, and you get like a loan for it, and you're making the payments and stuff like that, and I mean, as long as it's what you want and you needed it, if it's what you truly want, I mean, it's not a bad investment. It would be a bad investment on money, but if you really wanted it, it wouldn't be bad. It would be for you. I mean, you're the one using it at the end of the day. So it's just gonna be up to you to decide if it was a good or a bad investment,
So you're very neutral then?
No, yes. I mean, I don't see anything as a bad advice. I see things as bad advices.
Do you like listening to a lot of advice from people?
Yes. I would listen to them, and I would see if they benefit me, and if I'm interested in them.
Do you have anything in mind that you've heard lately that was of your interest?
I've been driving all day. I don't see a lot of people.
All right. Now, what is the best financial decision you've ever made?
My current car,
Why do you consider your car your best investment?
because it's made me like 3 or 4 times its value on taking me from my house to work.
Is that the same car that you bought the first time, or it's different now?
Oh, it's a different one. I changed it.
What is it?
It's a Honda Accord, 2013.
Very reliable cars. Yeah, really good at gas. How much did you pay for it?
7,500.
Oh, wow. Got a really good price then.
Yeah.
You told me that one of the things that you really do is that you always try to look for promotions when it comes to food.
Oh yes. Trying to, because that's my most expensive. I probably spend more money on food than what my car is, than the value of my car.
How much would you spend on food on a monthly basis?
On a month, probably around like 700.
Okay, so pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I just see, that you do like to work out.
Oh yeah.
Do you spend the majority of your money on foods such as proteins?
I mean, anything that can get me to get bigger. Like, I take a lot of protein, a lot of carbohydrates, a lot of amino acids. I take supplements, take gallons of water. I eat a lot. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to save a little bit more on food.
What do you do to save money on food?
I try to look for promotions for like cheap stuff. I mean, not cheap, but like stuff that is not as expensive and that can fuel my body adequately.
What would you describe as your best purchase so far when it comes to food? Have you ever found a great deal?
I love the hot dogs on Quick Trip, and they may not be as nutritious, but they're good. They're really good.
How often do you have that?
What?
How often do you have that food?
Every day.
Every day.
Like if I work, like I'll go stop real quick at Quick Trip, get 2 of them, like dessert. And that makes my whole morning so much easier.
How much do you pay for them?
$5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would consider them a good deal. All right, now what is the worst financial decision you've ever made?
I believe it would have been something along the lines of spending something on that didn't really meet my expectations.
Okay. You mentioned that you bought some law enforcement material.
Oh, yes. I mean, I didn't consider that as a bad expense because I got the money back. But if it would have been another story, because on the program of corrections officer.
Oh, okay. So you wanted to become a corrections officer then?
Yes.
And then what was was it like a package that you had to purchase, or
It was not. It was a package of uniforms and stuff like that, and they had them custom made to fit your size and your body type. They got your name. What do you say?
Yeah, you got your name embroidered. Or...
Yeah, you got your name embroidered and stuff like that, and that was like $300 something, $400, and like you gotta buy something like shirts and pants on your own, like belts and stuff like that. So I ended up spending like $750, $750. But I got the money back because it was as soon as you became a law enforcement or whatever, they give you $1,000 back.
Okay. So you made money.
I made more money doing that, and then the week that I worked over there, they also pay that. So that was not bad financial. I ended up winning on that situation.
When did you get that job? I mean, was it in between your Amazon job at your McDonald's or your Amazon?
Between the trucker and the janitor one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Why did you end up leaving that job?
I didn't think it was worth it for the money. Like it was dangerous, and I don't think they paid good.
Okay.
I just didn't like it.
So you mentioned that you always look for things that meet your expectations.
Yes.
Otherwise, you don't consider it a good investment or something that...
And a disappointment.
Or Have you had any of those lately?
A disappointment?
I guess we could call them in a way then, quote unquote, financial disappointments.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't spent a lot of money on stupid stuff recently. No, honestly, no. Not a financial disappointment in a long time.
Yeah. What about when you bought your Nintendo and the games and all that?
Everything was working perfectly.
Okay.
It was, it wasn't a financial disappointment, but I have a dog. I left my AirPods like on the couch, bit them off. I'm like, and I'm like, destroyed like one AirPod, and I'm like, oh, this was like $200, 150. I'm like, it wasn't a financial disappointment, but it was like, I was disappointed at what happened to them.
It was a very expensive chew toy for the dog.
Yeah,
How would you describe your relationship with money?
I would describe it as good, but I would say I don't rely so much on it to be happy in life. It's good to have it. It's good to. It's gonna fix you a lot of problems. It's gonna be good for entertaining you. It's gonna be good for. I mean, money is it's good for spending it. You can't hold it. You're not supposed to hold it. You need to let the money flow. You know.
Well, you're not taking anything to the grave, so.
No, exactly. What do you want it for? So, would you rather be? I know we don't get to that part yet, but would you rather be on your 60s when you're still able to? You're not as old. On your 60s, like spend all of your money, like, and just save a little bit to leaving, like, as long as you want to, but spend it all like on vacation, on trips, on like seeing the world or whatever like you desire, or just like just not spend it, just not spend anything and just hug it all, and then when you die you won't take anything to whatever you're going after that. So would you rather spend it all and just save a little bit for your living, or just take everything to the ground?
Yeah. I personally, if you're asking me, I think that some of it, yes, I would like to use it, but at the same time, I think I would like to leave some for my future, kids or family members. I think that, yeah, I stand on that point.
I don't know. I'm a firm believer on kids should make their own money. I mean, I'm not expecting like my mom or my dad to leave me anything. Like, I'm not expecting it to happen. Like, I'm not relying on that. I'm gonna make my own money. You know, I don't want it to get handed over to me.
But let's say that you become really successful,
Mm-hmm.
as a truck driver, and then let's say that you're making very, very good money.
Yes.
You wouldn't like to help, your significant other, or even though you have a kid down the road, you would pretty much keep it all for yourself?
Wife, yes. Kid, I believe they will be raised better, like without money to like spend, like he make him think he's rich, make him earn his own money,
Yeah.
or maybe make him work for it. I don't believe on handing him over like a lot of money,
Yeah. Will you consider yourself comfortable with your current financial situation, given the fact that, you have your job? Are you happy with that, or would you like to change anything?
I mean, it gets boring, but like, yes, I would change that for like a better opportunity as with the job.
What would be your dream job?
I don't have a dream job actually. It would be just a job that I can handle for the enough money. If they pay good, like really good, I'll do about anything. Like those people that go into the stores and like clean they shovel shit and they can get paid like $100,000 a year. I would do that. I mean, it doesn't matter what I do as long as I make a decent living, a decent money.
What do they call them? I feel, don't quote me on this, I think they're called sewer divers, something along those lines.
I'm told the trash divers.
They do make a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's a profession, I believe, that you actually have to be trained.
Oh yes. Yeah, I mean, imagine the first day of the job, you have the oxygen mask, or you don't got anything. You just puke on the oxygen mask. What are you gonna do next? You gotta be trained for that.
If you had to get a job that didn't pay you, but you were only doing it because you enjoy it, which one would it be?
Something at the gym, definitely.
Okay.
Like a personal trainer or a guidance or
Yeah, like a trainer, yeah.
yeah.
And what would be your ideal paycheck? Like on a yearly basis, what would be your ideal salary
For
for your job?
for my job, 80,000. Yeah,
How close are you to make it to the 80 on your current situation?
halfway.
Okay, so you do
A
see,
bit less than halfway.
do you have any future aspirations that you would like to pursue?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to compete on strongman. That's an aspiration I have.
And you're currently working towards that, yeah, every single day. Okay. Now you also mentioned that you wish that you could, have a better job because you want to travel a little bit more. Have you been secluded from doing that based on your current financial situation and your time?
I could, but I would just like to work a little bit more. I'm a bit of a work addict, I don't feel comfortable spending more than 2 days at home, not doing anything, not earning money. So I don't feel comfortable like if I was on vacation, yeah, I would enjoy the vacation, like a week of vacation. But like at some point I'm just gonna get I just wanna go back and start working again.
Is there like a specific place that you would like to travel?
I haven't been in Disneyland in a long time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or Six Flags.
Oh, nice. You like those theme parks?
I like the sensation of the machine falling apart at any moment in your life.
Six Flags is definitely a place for you then. Or not very far. Also really good.
Yeah.
If you could go back in time and change one financial decision, which one would it be and why?
So I wouldn't change any financial decisions just because it's experience that you gain with mistakes, and they may be, and if you go back and fix them, you may be making the same mistake but way worse, So if you learn from the first time, which you should learn from the first time, you should see on the long run that, I did this mistake 10 years ago. I'm not falling for it again,
Yeah.
So something that you fix on the past, that it was cheap at the time, it may not be so cheap in the future. I wouldn't change anything.
Nice. I like the way you see it. All right, we're going to go over our first section called Would You Rather. So you're going to go ahead and grab the entire cylinder, and then we're going to go ahead and pick 5 numbers, one at a time. And whenever you're ready.
So 11.
Would you rather go back in time, go back in time to fix your biggest financial mistake, or be able to see into the future how everything turned out in the end?
To the future.
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, it doesn't have to do anything with the previous question.
Yeah.
It's just seen to the future, like sees financial stuff. Of course, who wouldn't want to take that?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I laughed halfway through. I knew exactly that this was going to be an easy one for you. So, all right, let's go with the second one then.
I mean, if I was successful and if I lost a lot of money on the past, I would have definitely probably changed the other one, chosen the other one. 30.
Would you rather drive an old and ugly car but have a mansion, or drive a brand new sports car but have a 1-bedroom apartment?
I would rather the shitty car. If I've already driven a shitty car, I'm not gonna take shame with it.
Yeah.
It's my car.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
It gives me to point A to point B. It's doing its work.
I like how you see it. It's just a car as long as it drives.
I mean, a sports car or your dream car is not gonna be compared to a mansion. It's gonna be 3 times the money, or 5. It's huge. It's a huge property.
All right, let's go with the third one.
21.
Would you rather receive your whole pay for the year at once or get paid bi-weekly?
I feel like if you get if you get a pay by the year, you're not gonna go back to the job. I feel like you're gonna do whatever you want. You already got paid. You work 5 days. I'm not gonna show up Monday. I'm not gonna show up Tuesday. What are they gonna do? But like, no, I wouldn't take that. Nah, I would take getting paid by the week. Like, it would be like a dog getting the car that it's been chasing. I wouldn't know what to do with it.
Okay. In a way, I think you're the first person that finds a loop with this question, but at the end you answered it, so that's good. All right, let's go with the fourth one.
27.
Would you rather own 10 investment properties in the same town you currently live, or have 5 vacation rentals all over the world?
I think I would have 10 on the city,
Okay.
just because I don't think I would even like use the other ones like around the world. I could rent the other ones. Like here, I gotta travel like across the city, not across the world, to get a rent. I could rent them. Yeah, I'll take the 10 here.
10 here. All right, let's go with the last one then.
7.
Would you rather never have to worry about money or never have to worry about your health again?
If I was smart, I would have chosen health. But since I'm not, and we're gonna be dying of whatever, I'm choosing money. Never gonna have to worry about money ever again.
Okay. I like how you're very direct with your questions. You like to analyze it a little bit, but right to the point.
Yes, I mean, that's the thing. You should see, like you should think about it more. You shouldn't just like go straight with your gut.
Let's go over our second section called What Do You Think? This one is about opinions and thoughts on money. Same exercise whenever you're ready. 3. What do you think, Jonathan? Is it better to rent or to buy a house?
I would buy a house, yes, because you would have basically give your money to somebody else on a rent.
All right, let's go to through the second one.
17, never mind.
All right, what do you think? Is it good or bad to buy things with 0% interest for a specific time period, such as 12 or 24 months?
I've never bought anything on
a credit card.
On credit card.
Do you have any credit cards right now?
Okay. I will everything I've ever bought, it was just like cash.
Okay.
So I wouldn't know too. I mean, I think yes. I mean, if you were able to pay it within the 12 months, I believe so. But I wouldn't know what to tell you. It was just a guess.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I like your honesty, so let's go with the third one.
19.
What percentage of our check should we be putting into savings every month?
Actually, I've heard about this on the CEO. That there was a people that actually did half of their paycheck, but they were struggling with money because it wasn't enough, and it wasn't. It was basically not enough for the house, for the car, for their personal expenses. So I wouldn't say half if you don't make really, really good money. If you make really, really good money, maybe you can make it with half. But I would say after you pay all of your expenses, let's say it's 80%, let's say 10% for savings, and then the other 10% you should just carry it around, I think, for your own enjoyment.
Okay. All right, let's go with the fourth one.
22.
Does money buy happiness?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Why is that?
Have you ever seen a millionaire sat on a $1 million boat with its hands filled with cigarettes, expensive champagne, and girls around him? Do you see him sad? You shouldn't be sad about it. If you had all the money in the world, you should be like, oh, I got all the money in the world. I can do whatever I want. Why shouldn't you be sad? You shouldn't be sad. I mean, even if you didn't have the money, you shouldn't be sad.
All right, let's go with the last one then.
6.
How much does our credit score impact our financial opportunities? No clue. Okay. It's
Can
fine.
I choose another one?
All right. Well, let's go through this one. Do you know what a credit score is then? You have any idea what it is?
So when you not buy, but like buy on payments, your credit score goes up. It's just how good of a payer you are.
Do you think you'll ever open a credit card?
I have to.
Okay.
I have to.
When do you think you'll do that?
When I remember. I always forget.
All right. Well, that was our last what do you think question. And then finally, just to wrap this up, is there anything else that you would like to share with the audience? Do you have any final thoughts?
I mean, final thoughts. You should definitely not be stingy with the money. Like don't spend it like crazy. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that enjoy it. Enjoy it while you have it, you know, but on a responsible manner. So that will be my final lesson.
Excellent. All right, Jonathan, thanks so much. We appreciate the opportunity. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please support the channel by subscribing, commenting, and liking the video. The question of the day is the following. Let me know your opinions, thoughts, comments, and constructive criticism in the comment section, and I will see you guys on the next video.